Goa Governor Dr. Mridula Sinha said in ancient India, the main aim of education was to make a person perfect. If a man or a woman possesses sound body, sound mind and sound spirit, he or she is an asset to society. Dr. Mridula was speaking at the inaugural ceremony of the 4th edition of Difficult Dialogues at International Centre Goa, organized by Goa University in association with International Centre Goa on Thursday. The topic this time was education, illuminating myriad facets.
The syllabus was same with some differences. The main aim of education was to make a man, woman perfect. If a man or woman possesses sound body, sound mind and sound spirit, he or she will be asset not for themselves only, but for the society and the country. In basic education, Gandhi gave thrust on the holistic development of men and women. He gave importance to skill or hunar, which could enable a man to earn his livelihood in better ways. If a man's mind is full of positive thoughts and philosophy, but there is no skill in his hand, he cannot live his life happily and with dignity.
The first challenge for India is to achieve rapid and sustained economic growth. The second challenge is creating and providing jobs to a growing working age population. And third is ensuring that the education sector keeps pace with the growing economy and a rising working age population. Our primary sector has many problems. According to Pratham, an NGO, 50% of 10-year-olds in 5th standard cannot read a story of 2nd standard for 7-year-olds, and only 25% can do simple division. OECD organized the PISA test in 2009 for 15-year-olds in Himachal Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. The results indicated that they were 5 years behind their peers in Shanghai and some other East Asian countries.
But I do have strong views about education, and not just about higher education and the research sector. Those are, of course, areas where India has done spectacularly well. But I know that there are bigger issues for India in some of the basics of education. When I was first a Minister for Development in the United Kingdom 30 or so years ago, one of our priorities was to help with some of the basics of education, primary education and secondary, not least in rural areas, but also in the centre of cities. And we had the same priorities when I was a European Commissioner, and we were running big development programs with Indian state governments. And those things touched on a feeling I have very strongly, that invariably basic education is essential to future and continuing economic growth. We've got nearly 150 academic staff at Oxford who are Indians. We've got almost 400 students, and they're examples of what you're really capable of achieving with a young and growing dynamic population.
That Oxford University decided to launch a new Oxford-India partnership. I'm on the board of that. And we want to develop the relationship not just amongst scholars, not just amongst research, but in a myriad of ways. We want to explore how the university and India in the wider sense can come together. And there will be a special website that we're setting up to launch that and collect ideas. The final thing I want to say is to echo what Lord Patton has said, and that is that education is absolutely vital. It's vital for individuals, all of us, but it's also vital to solve the key problems that we are facing globally.
Our video journalist is Sheikh in Panji.